Hello Taurus, welcome to your weekly reading with me, Cindy. So Taurus, this is, I guess I'm going to call it, it's a vacation week. I'm not in the studio. I'm on vacation, I'm up north. But I did pre-record this. And I'm kind of like vacation looking at it. I got stuck in the sprinkler. Well, I didn't get stuck in it, but I was moving it around and it sprinkled on me. So my hair got kind of curly. So yeah, so please forgive, but I kind of have that on vacation look. So Taurus, let's see. I'm just going to do a reading here. It's kind of a little bit like a deeper spiritual reading. Just kind of seeing your energy and what's going on. So let's see for Taurus, a card. Fussy. Earth, Six of Water, oh my goodness, it's like go, stop, go, stop. Excuse me, transformation is at the bottom. Transformation is at the bottom. You're working, sorry, my nose got super itchy. You're working through something here. It's like you take 2 steps forward and 2 steps back, I'm feeling like, but let's see. I have some keys. So you have, okay, I'll show you each one here. You have the Four of Earth, it's kind of like the Four of Pentacles. About stability, not a lot of movement, keeping your balance, grounded here. And then we have the Six of Water. It's like the Six of Cups, which is usually sort of like a soulmate card or someone from your past. This is very pining. This is kind of pining. It feels kind of piney. Sometimes I say it's like just kind of tummy ache too. The Eight of Fire, the Eight of Wands, this is movement, communication. This is very kind of magical energy going on right there. And then I'm going to hold these two up at the same time. So then you have the Chariot and the Hermit. It is like you are rushing into isolation. It's just like literally like rushing into some sort of isolation here. Rushing into isolation. Or wanting to rush towards something but finding isolation instead. Wanting to rush towards something. Either you're rushing, either way, you rush into isolation. Whether that's what you want to do or not, it kind of feels like that's what happens. And then, but behind that closed door is the Ten of Air. Is the Ten of Swords. It's some sort of really major ending for you. A major ending for you. In terms of, it's significant to you. This is a significant ending to you. How you see something, how you see yourself, how you perceived yourself. It's like you start off, your energy starts off not really wanting to move or not feeling like you can move. You're just kind of being sort of stable. You know, it's funny like the way she holds herself in the Six of Water. It just literally reminds me of a tummy ache. Like something is upsetting you. Something that's kind of upsetting you. It's a little bit, and I want to say, you know, be cautious. You might be sensitive to some foods. This kind of came out for Leo like a month or more ago, months probably. And at the time of the reading, I actually had an upset stomach, and then there was all these comments. So I think like there's something to that. There's something here that upsets you. You've got to get your balance and your stability. You're feeling almost like the wind is knocked out of you. Almost like the wind has been knocked out of you. There is this desire, like look at both of these. The Eight of Fire and the Chariot, just to move forward, just to go, to communicate, to move forward towards something, but you hit the Hermit, like boom. I'm gonna like ask about this Hermit energy for you. I feel like because transformation is here, and this is one of the things I find with transformation, it's interesting. Right under transformation is the Hanged Man. So not moving, but looking at things differently, looking at yourself differently. The King of Earth is underneath there. So really finding your stability, finding yourself here. I find when, you know, kind of things with transformation come in, there's usually something leading up to it where the universe is setting the wheels in motion for certain things to play out a certain way, to prepare us for transformation. And we're usually kind of pushed into it a little bit. We're kind of pushed into it a little bit. And I feel like that's what happens with this Hermit. I feel like something is upsetting you, and not like to the point that it just literally, I feel like it disrupts you physically. Like it disrupts how you feel physically. You know, if something upsets us enough, we can feel nauseous over it, or we just have aches and pains, or we just, you know, it just really feels like that. So take care of yourself, I want to say. But perhaps there's some sort of desire to move forward here that's so strong. I think the universe comes in to correct it with the Hermit. I really feel like you're not feeling so good with the Four of Earth and the Six of Water. But you're so compelled to move forward towards something, and it's not good for you because it's almost like you're not in the shape or the condition to do this. It's a little bit like Spider-Man. Superman has been like pummeled and pummeled and pummeled with kryptonite to the point that his body is so weak, and yet he's trying to get up to fight Lex Luthor, and he can't. And then he collapses. And that's kind of the Hermit mode. When don't worry about Lex Luthor because Batman's coming in. You know, Batman always wants to show up Spider-Man. Or, I get them all confused. You know, they're just a whole bunch of men in tights. So, it's okay. Just not a bad thing either. But, this Hermit. Not to make light of it, because I really do feel like, it's literally like that. Like just being pushed out and the universe is saying, hey, you need to look after something here. And with the Ten of Air sitting behind the Hermit, it's really listening. It really feels like you just finally stop and you listen. Listen to the universe. Like you're really listening to the universe. You're hearing that. Oh, gosh. Look at how she exhales the air. You know what I feel like with that? It's like if you've had some sort of pain or something inside, just let it out. Like it comes from deep, almost in, like you're below your diaphragm. Just it comes from this deep, deep part of you, and you have to expel it. You have to expel it. It's almost like a poison. It's almost like something is sitting inside you. Some sort of emotional pain, I feel like. Some sort of emotional pain is sitting inside you, and you have to expel it. And you do. The universe forces you here with the Hermit because there's a transformation that's needed for you. And it's almost like the universe is not backing down this time. The universe is not back because you come like with the Eight of Fire in the Chariot, like I am going, I am moving, I'm getting out, I'm going. This Hermit card, no. And I really feel like it's almost as if the universe is saying, this is for your good. This is for your good. I'm going to clarify the Hermit. The Hermit's all about deep reflective thought, looking within. And it's interesting because the looking within is almost finally seeing that something inside, that almost like that poison, that nausea that just had to be expelled. It just had to be expelled. I'm first going to look at the Hermit. The Hermit. Star came out quick. Eight of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. The Star, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Seven of Cups. Boy, you know what? It almost feels like a dream job. With the Star and the Eight of Pentacles, this is like a dream job for you. It's like you were rushing, you wanted to rush towards this. Or this is what you find. No, this is what you find in this Hermit. It's like you discover something about yourself. You were too distracted with whatever this other thing was that was in you and inside this door, because look at, I was looking at this Hermit card and like there's all these keys lined up along the door. It's like finding the right key to open the door, right? Finding the right key to open the door. But the key is inside you. It's like the key is inside you. With the Star and the Eight of Pentacles, it feels so much like this is a dream job. This is a dream, something that you dream of that really fulfills you. You need to do something that really fulfills you. And of course, the Seven of Cups is looking at, analyzing, figuring out, imagining all the different possibilities that you have here. It's a little bit of an assessment, but doing that through imagination, which is kind of a fun way to assess, as opposed to like a Seven of Pentacles, which might be, you know, like sitting down and making a strict plan, really analyzing what worked in the past, what did not. This is kind of going from an emotional side, like using your imagination and how do I do this? Something forces you into this. Something really pushes you into this. Let's look at the Chariot. It's something you wanted to rush towards, and I feel like in the universe just like, it's like you're running, and the universe is like 3 times the size of you, and they take you by the shoulders, you put you right at the Hermit door. And it's like, what the heck? That's not what I thought I was doing. Perhaps there's something else that you were rushing towards, and the universe said, hey, there's actually something else in your life that is bang on for you. You've got to go into that Hermit door and see it first. You've got to get that first. The Chariot, the Four of Wands. I don't know that I need to pick out much more than that. That's a very different energy than the Eight of Pentacles, the World, the Ten of Pentacles. Wow. The Four of Wands, the World, and the Ten of Pentacles. It feels like you want to rush towards something that has more emotion here. You want to rush towards something that has a more emotion, something that I feel like is a very personal thing to you. Something that you would, you would find celebration in this on so many levels for you on a personal, emotional level. This is like rushing towards, wanting to rush towards, even like a choice in a partnership, someone that you could see a future with here, a new beginning in that, like a brand new beginning in that, and then you hit this Hermit. But you hit this Hermit, and it's almost like behind the Hermit door is, hey, we have this dream job for you here. You need to look at and do a little self-assessment here, because this is what we're asking you. This is the timing for you right now. What is this Ten of Air about? Because something is being expelled. Something is being expelled. Something is being finalized for you. The Ten of Air. Ooh, the Hierophant. There's your card. There's a deeper calling for you here. This is what's being expelled, though. The Five of Swords. The Death and Rebirth. Yeah, I feel like, okay, I want to say victory is at the bottom here. Okay, this is like achieving something great for yourself. It's also recognition, being recognized, finding what is for you, it feels like. Finding what is for you. Like the heavens are shining down and you're like, yes, finally we got it figured out. Or at least on the way. Because the air, the Ten of Swords, the Hierophant, the Five of Swords, and the Death and Rebirth card. gosh, because it's your card, the Hierophant, it almost feels like expelling an old you. Expelling old you, like purging old you. With the Five of Swords, walking away from something here. And really walking away from it with death and rebirth. I'm gonna pull for you another card. I'm gonna go to my other deck. I didn't say I was gonna do this. Vacation, but this is like, because what is the rebirth here? There's an ending. There's definitely an ending for you. The universe is trying to direct you down another path than what it feels like you wanted to go towards. And then as always, so I want to pull clarifiers for you because, you know, as stubborn as all Aries, I know that this is like, what? Don't tell me that. So the rebirth, what is this rebirth for Taurus? What is this rebirth for Taurus? Oh my gosh. Really like really assessing yourself. This is what was sitting underneath this transformation, right? The Hanged Man. It's your transformation here. Where does this transformation lead Taurus? Oh, there's a lot of cards here. Wow. Oh my gosh. You're going to like a whole new beginning. Like this is... I can't believe the cards that are coming out in this. Like, this is... I feel like your whole life is going to change. And I don't want to be like over, but in a good way. You have the death and rebirth again. Then you have... So, okay, if we hold these all up in the order that they've come out, we've got... So it's the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man, right? This is a period of transformation after a major ending. And then you have death and rebirth again. So you come out of transformation, you find, you're holding up almost like this wand, this ace of, it is an ace of wands. So this is a passion, desire, creative. You feel alive again. You feel alive again. And then you have a judgment card. And then you have a judgment card. Do you know how many new beginnings are happening here? It's like you make the choice. This is the choice I'm making right now. From me, I am going in this direction. And then the Chariot. Look at the Chariot. There's nothing come after the Chariot. It's like now the universe opens the path for you. Now the universe opens the path for you. Major transformative energy. Kind of really feels like you come out on the other side. So when you get to this Chariot card, because this purge was the old you, right? This Hierophant with the Five of Swords. When you get to this Chariot at the other end of this story, this cycle, you are not recognizable from who you were when you were trying to get into that Chariot. You are not recognizable because there's so much transformation on the other side of that. It's like, that's probably one of the strongest pulls I've seen for a transformation for anyone. So I kind of think, so what you were going after, I think the universe is trying to set you up for what is really, really for you. Because now your Chariot is here, right? After you go through this. It's at the bottom of the little deck. The little deck, the Page of Cups. Little steps and feelings and emotions here. I feel like that. You know what? Yeah. There's not a lot of cups here. The only cup in this entire reading, except for that one, that little page, is the Seven of Cups. Where when you go into hermit mode, you go, oh, I shouldn't say that. Six of Water is like a cup. It is like a cup. But that's it. Everything else is swords, major arcana, quite a bit. Quite a bit of major arcana, right? You've got the World, you've got the Chariot, you've got the Hermit, you've got death and rebirth twice, you've got the Hierophant, you've got, oh, you have the Chariot twice, and then you have Judgment, like, and the Hanged Man, because there's two Hanged Men. Like, this is a really, really huge change in the direction of your life. It feels like really big. Like, it's kind of, it gives me chills to kind of see something like this. Temperance is at the bottom, and I think that's going to make you feel better. Temperance is behind this victory. So as much as there's so much change here, it's still in a way going to be gradual enough that you feel like you're able to make choices for yourself. You're not being pushed into directions, or directions aren't being completely eliminated for you. You're having the time to make the choice. Do I go here or here? And you're actually doing that. So things that are coming into balance. Wow. Didn't expect that, Taurus. That's like a really, that's probably the most intense. Well, it's the fourth one on vacation, but yeah. So there you go. Definitely be gentle with yourselves. All right. Until next time, as I said, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.